my name is Ashley White with Viva Vinyasa Yoga. Thanks for joining me for this intermediate detox practice. If you would like to use some props, I have a strap with me today. By all means, grab anything that would best suit you for practice. We're going to go ahead and get started. Drawing the hips to the middle of the mat, you're just going to bring either the feet together, knees wide, or extend the legs out long if that's just a lot of hip opening in the beginning of the practice. Turning palms down if you'd like to just feel a little bit more grounded here. Turning palms up if you'd like to accept a bit more energy. And then just closing your eyes. Like any practice, we focus here on the breath. And if you have your legs like me, draw the knees in through center. Everyone curling the knees into the chest. Hold on to the shins. You're going to place the knees over to the left side. Left hand resting on the right thigh, encouraging it down. Right arm out in T. Gaze over that right shoulder. Now with the core engaged, draw the knees through center. We place them over to the opposite side. Knees over to the right. Look out to your left. And then come back there center, holding onto the back of the thighs, rocking up to a seated position, crossing at the shins. Find a nice long spine, reach the hands up towards the sky. On the exhale, right hand outside of that left leg, left hand behind you, gaze back. And then traveling the chest back in through center, reach the hands up. On the exhale, we twist over to the opposite. And then come back through center, sweep the hands up towards the sky. On the exhale, turn the hands down, bring them down by the sides. Stocking that opposite shin on top. Sweep the hands up. Through the exhale, we'll draw the right palm down this time. Reach your left hand up and over. Think about rolling the shoulder blade open, but keeping that left glute grounded. And then we'll just windmill over to the opposite side. Left hand down, right arm over. And then come back there, center, reach the hands up. We're going to come to the top of the mat. Palms come forward. Situate the knees at the middle of the mat. And then we're going to find some cat-cow. Inhale as you look up, drop the belly. Exhale in, we round. 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and round. Last time here. Just get that opening up, that movement through the spine. And then we're going to find that neutral position. Take your right hand and you're going to reach it up towards the sky. And then just hold it there. See if you can shift some weight forward into the left palm. Can you roll the shoulder blade open just a little bit more? And then take the palm and turn it away. So face it behind you. And then you're going to bend the elbow. Allow that right shoulder to drift down. And then reach the hand behind the back without actually touching the back. See if you can lift that hand up a little higher on the back, as well a little higher up off of it. And then we're going to turn the hands straight back behind you, palm facing up. And then reach the hand up towards the sky, palm facing away. On the exhale, we thread it underneath that left arm, drop down to the shoulder. Option to extend left hand forward, maybe one leg back, or stay just like this. And then left palm travels down to the mat. Reach that right hand back up towards the sky. On the exhale, we lower it down. Switching sides, make sure right palm's facing forward. We reach that left hand up towards the sky. Hold here, my left hand's a little shorter, a little tighter, left shoulder is. See if you can bring some weight forward into that right palm. And then you're going to turn the palm to face the back of the room. Start to drop the shoulder as you bend the elbow. Slide the hand up the back. Now can you lift that arm up a little bit higher, 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 contract. And then extend the arm out back behind you, palm faces up, and then reach the hand up towards the sky, palm faces away. Through the exhale, thread it underneath that right arm, drop down to the shoulder. Right hand extending forward, settle. And then bring the right hand back in line with the shoulder. Sweep that left hand up towards the sky, and then exhale, release it down. Here at that tabletop, fingers should be facing forward. Stack shoulders in line with the wrist. Take your right leg, extend it long back behind you. Meet it with the left. And we're at downward facing dog. Little bend through the right knee, and then transition as we bend through the left. Same thing, a little bend through the right, and then transition as we bend through the left. And then working your way into downward facing dog. Just pause, hold like this. And then taking the right leg, reach it up towards the sky. On the exhale, tap it to that left elbow. Knee, left elbow, hold it. Inhale, sweep it long back behind you. And then step the foot in between the hands. Ground the back knee down, untuck the toes. It's a low crescent lunge. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Hands come to prayer at heart center. We're twisting over to the right side. Left elbow hooks, gaze over the right shoulder. And then come back there, center, sweep the hands up. On the exhale, palm the mat, lift the back knee, and we're going to step it forward. Forward fold. Little bend through the knees. You can sway from side to side, just pedal it out. And then working in towards stillness, you can interlace the fingers in the creases of the arms. Let the head hang heavy. And then release any bind you have. Deep bend the knees, come all the way up to stand, Tadasana. Hands by the sides, palms face forward, close the eyes. And then reaching the hands up, big inhale in. On the exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, hands to the shins, palm the mat. We're going to step it back into a plank, just an isometric hold here. Rather than pressing the heels forward, can you press the heels back? And one more breath. And lift it back. Heels back, downward facing dog. Taking that opposite leg, left leg extends up towards the sky. And then tap it, knee right elbow. Just hold. Inhale to reach the leg up. Step that foot in between the hands. Back knee drops down. We're at that low crescent shape. Reach the hands up towards the sky. And then hands come to prayer. We find that length, and then we twist. Roll left shoulder blade open, gaze back. And then come back through center. Reach the hands up towards the sky. We're going to palm the mat, lifting the back knee, tuck the toes under, step it forward, forward fold. Pedaling out here, maybe you just find that stillness, you can nod yes and no. And then when you're ready, lift up only halfway, interlace the fingers behind the back, get the palms to touch, then drop the chest down. And you may find that the palms may want to open up and separate. Just feel that out. If you have that strap, by all means, utilize that here. See if you can get a little bit more opening. And if you have that strap and you're bringing that to the mat, place it down. Deep bend the knees, come all the way up to stand. Reach the hands up towards the sky. And then the exhale, hands come by the sides. Close the eyes, we're at Tadasana. And then hands come up, inhale in. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Palm the mat, step it back into a plank. Same thing as before. Can you press through the heels back rather than forward? And then leaning with the heels and the tailbone, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Taking that right leg, reach it up towards the sky. You're going to thread it underneath that left arm. Extending it out long, drop the back heel, reach your left hand up, fallen star. And then drop the left hand down to the mat. Tuck the back toe, pull the right hip towards the right side. And then knee to nose, extend that leg up towards the sky. Step the foot forward. High crescent. That's a lot, right? Reach the hands all the way up. Hands come to prayer at heart center. Find that twist. Left elbow hooks outside of the right thigh. Gaze over the right shoulder. And then come back through center. Reach the hands up. And then palm the mat. It's warrior three. Back leg lifting up. Look at the back toes. Make sure they're pointed down here. And then kundalini, add your twist. Left foot should be in towards the glute. Left hand down. Reach that right hand up towards the sky. And then right hand comes down. Left foot meets the right. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Hips back. Reach your hands up long. Hands come to prayer, find length, and then we twist. Left elbow hooks to the outside of the right thigh, grounding through all four corners of the feet. Roll that right shoulder blade back. And then come back through center, reach the hands up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, palm the mat, step it back, you're in that plank. Press through your heels back, just like before. Now press the heels forward. Chaturanga down, hold. Press up, downward facing dog. Taking that left leg, reach it up towards the sky. You're going to thread it underneath that right arm. Fallen star. Left hand down, right hand reaches up. Right hand drops down, tuck the back toes, pull the left hip towards that left side. And then knee to nose. Extend the leg up towards the sky. Step left foot forward. High crescent as we rise. Hands come to prayer. You find that twist. Hook the right elbow to the outside of your left leg. Can you draw left shoulder blade open? I know I have a little less balance on one side than the other. And then come back through center. Reach it up. Palm the mat, lift the back leg. Grounded warrior 3. Look at the toes, they should be pointed down. Try to get the bend out of that back knee. And then it's kundalini with a twist. Right knee behind the left, draw the toes into the glutes. Reach that left hand up towards the sky. Open that shoulder. And then left hand, drop it down to the mat. You're going to meet right foot to the left. It's chair, hips back, reach your hands long. Hands come to prayer at heart center. Twist it over to your left this time. Roll that shoulder blade open. And then come back through center. Hands come high. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, hands to the shins of the knees. Palm the mat. Step it back. You're in that plank. Press back through your heels. Hold it. Spread the fingers wide. Now we shift it forward. Chaturanga. Press all the way up. Downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Inhale in. Exhale out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Last flow here. Take that right leg, reach it up towards the sky. Thread it underneath that left arm. Option, maybe you just keep that leg lifted. Maybe you ground it, right? Maybe not. Left hand up high. Left palm travels to the mat. It's knee to nose. Step the foot in between your hands. Ground the back knee down, untuck the toes. You're going to take the left hand and reach it forward. Thumb is up. Take the right hand to the top of the thigh. You're going to straddle it with the hand. You're going to reach forward and then hook the left elbow to the outside of the thigh so you can get a little bit more space here. Now, if you have that strap, you're going to place it into, we'll call it the right hand, and you're going to bring it back behind you and see if you can thread it around so you can find that strap. It's a little difficult at first to find it, but see, some of you may be able to clasp here without that strap. And then option, maybe you stay just like this. Work on that balance. Perhaps tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Challenge yourself a little more. Last 2. And last 1. Releasing that if you have it. Everybody lifts the back knee. Hands come to prayer in your twist. Come back through center. Use the core. Palm the mat, tent the fingers. Lift the back knee. Grounded warrior 3. Traditional kundalini, this time stack it. Hands come to prayer. Stork knee to nose. Lots of balance. And then tree. Bring your left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Think about pressing that right leg up nice and strong. Hands can come to prayer. Press that left knee back. And just breathe. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, close your eyes. Ooh, I'm trying and I'm falling out. Last one. Back there, center of the knee, reach the hands up. You know where it's going. It's chair, Utkatasana. Hands come to prayer, twist over to the right. Now, you could stay just like this. If you want to work a little bit more, you can come into side crow. So grounding through the feet, you're going to bring your hands over to your right side. Lift the tailbone up and start to stack as we lift the toes. And then just playing with that, right? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. If you're in that twisted stance, come back through center, reach the hands up. And then we fold. Halfway lift, palm the mat, step it back. Press the heels back. And then press the heels forward, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, find that lift. To downward facing dog, hips high and back. And then the last side here. Take that left leg, reach it up towards the sky. Thread it underneath the right arm. Option to keep the foot lifted, maybe ground it. Right palm to the mat, knee to nose. Extend that leg up high. Step the foot in between the hands. Everyone drops down to the back knee, untuck the toes. Take your left hand and cup it on that right thigh, or left thigh. Right hand reaches forward, thumb is up. Take that elbow, reach it, and wrap it around your left thigh. Now, you could use that strap here, right? Utilizing the strap in the left hand this time. You'll bring it back behind you and reach and grab hold of that strap. If you have that bind without it, that's perfect. When you're ready, you could stay just like this. Maybe you tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Can you gaze over that left shoulder? And last one. Releasing that strap if you have it. Hands come to prayer. And then travel the chest back in through center. Palm the mat, lift that back leg up, grounded warrior 3. To Kundalini, traditional stance. Hands can come to prayer or stay grounded. Ooh. And then knee to nose as we rise. Take the right foot and stack it to the inside of the left. That's a lot of standing postures there. Press that right leg back. You're probably fatiguing a little through the left. Grip through all 4 corners of the toes. Hands can be at prayer or hands are up. And then bring the right leg back in through center. Chair pose. Right leg lowers as we reach the hands up towards the sky. Hands kind of are twisting to the left. Could stay just like this. Could find your side curl on this side. One more. And then come back through center, reach the hands up. Exhale as we fold. Halfway lift, Vanny props out of the way. Palm the mat, step it back, it's a plank. Shift it forward, it's chaturanga. Upward facing dog, lift the chest. And then downward facing dog, hips high and back. And when you're ready, drop down to the knees. Untuck the toes. Hips come back, hands come to the thighs. That was a lot. Reach the hands up towards the sky. And then just twist left hand outside of that right leg. Right hand, bring it back behind you. Turn the palm up and roll right shoulder blade back. And then come back through center, reach it up. And switch. Left hand comes behind you, roll that shoulder blade back. And then come back through center, reach the hands up. And then you're going to bring the hands over to the left side, sit your hips down. Take your right leg and bring it out in front of you, left foot to the inside. And then we're going to find a little twist. Reach the hands up. Right hand behind you, left hand in front of you, gaze over the right shoulder. And then come back through center, sweep the arms long, and then fold. Chest lowers to the top of your right thigh. Feel free, maybe utilize that strap here. Get that nice opening up through the lower back. And then come back through center. We switch. Left leg comes forward, right foot to the inside. Reach the hands up, twisting first. Left hand is behind, right hand is forward. Gaze over your left shoulder. And then come back through center, reach it up. And then exhale, we release it down, fold forward. And then come back up through center. Take the right and left leg and meet them on the mat. So feet come to the mat. Make sure the legs are at a 3/4 bend. Hands right about where the glutes would be. You're going to bring the hips to the middle of the mat. Hold on to the back of the thighs. Draw the navel in and slowly lower. Draw the knees in with you as you go. Our final posture here. Stacking that right leg over the left. Option to hook the right foot behind the left. If that works, perhaps it does, perhaps it doesn't. Drop the knees over to your left side. Arms out in T, gaze over your right shoulder. So you may find that the hips, right, kind of go at this slight diagonal. Something great to do is lift your hips and place the left glute down before you even move. It'll get a little bit more opening. You'll feel a little bit more squared off. And then switch over to the opposite, releasing that bind. Hips at the middle of the mat. Left leg stacking on top of the right. Maybe left foot binds behind that right calf. Drop onto your right glute and drop the knees over to the right side. Look over to your left. And then come back through center. Utilize the core. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Walk the legs out to the top of the mat. Reach the hands up and over the head. Find a full body stretch. And then exhale as you drop the hands down by the sides. Turn the palms up. Allow the feet to splay away from one another. And just close your eyes here for a moment. Let all that work settle back into the body. Very gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then drawing the feet to the mat, you're going to roll over onto your side, stacking the hips. And then carefully press yourself up to a seated position. Bring the hands to prayer at heart center, bowing the head towards the hands. Take a moment, thank your body for all that it did. And then thank yourself for coming to this moment just to give back to it and to detox. With that in heart, drawing the hands to third eye center. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me and get a little bit shaky on this detox practice.